morning, everybody. Welcome to today's session. My name is Srinivasan. I'm one of the founders of GarbhaGudi IVF Center. I handle the Electronic City division. I'm also responsible for the business development and partnerships of GarbhaGudi. So today I'll be running you through a brief introduction to GarbhaGudi IVF Center as an organization. I will also give a small introduction to GarbhaGnan. So I'll try to keep it as brief as possible. I'm sure all of us are waiting to hear Dr. Nagori and Dr. Mamta as soon as possible. So the agenda that I'm going to cover is going to be like this. I'll start with a brief history of GarbhaGudi, then our vision and roadmap, then what's our philosophy for the organization and what are our differentiators and our branches, a snapshot of each of the branch, then a little bit information on partnerships and an introduction to GarbhaGnan. For about 5 years, Dr. Asha and Mr. Vijay Kumar were having their own multi-speciality center called Sannidhi Hospital. During their services there, it was very clearly visible that there was a significant gap between the need for quality fertility services and the availability of quality fertility services. So as a strategy to address this gap, GarbhaGudi IVF Center was started in the year 2011. Hanuman Nagar was the first center. It was started in 2011. It is a full-fledged IVF center. Subsequently, we added one more center at Kalyan Nagar in 2012, mid of 2012, and then we added 2 more centers at the beginning of this year. That is at Electronic City and Kengeri. Right now we have our presence only in Bangalore, but 4 centers across Bangalore. We plan to add a few more centers in Bangalore. That is, we are looking at feasibility at Yelahanka, Whitefield, Jigni areas. We are also looking at entering other Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, primarily Tumkur, Kolar, etc. We are considered to be amongst the fastest growing IVF centers today. We are very proud of this fact. Our vision, it is to consistently delight our patients through exceptional success rates, while being socially responsible and spiritually rooted. Our dream is to be one of the best, to be the best fertility center in India and amongst the top 10 in the world. For this, we are very clear that we need to focus significantly on research so that we are able to deliver very good results, both commercially and success rates wise. Partners, organizations with which we work, we are very particular with whom we work. We want to work with the best, so we spend a lot of time in identifying and building a relationship. We make sure that there's alignment in philosophies between the people and the organizations that we work with. Once we establish a relationship, we invest a lot of time and effort to sustain and retain these relationships. I'll introduce our executive team. We have a team of 5 directors. Dr. Asha S. Vijay, she is the medical director and the founder of GarbhaGudi IVF Center. Prior to GarbhaGudi, she was the medical director and founder of Sannidhi Nursing Home. She has also consulted at some premier organizations, healthcare organizations in Bangalore, such as Kidwai, ESI, KIMS, Agadi, etc. Then our CEO is Mr. Vijay Kumar. He is a serial entrepreneur. Prior to GarbhaGudi, he was the CEO and founder of Sannidhi Nursing Home. He has also been instrumental in the successful starting of Shestran Technologies, Bhargav Consultants. In addition to that, he is also on the board of quite a few other infertility IVF centers in Bangalore and outside Bangalore. He is also a member of most of the committees and boards established by the government of India, like ISAR, KISAR, ICMR, etc. He has regularly contributed to research. He has been part of a lot of studies. He has contributed to books and periodicals related to infertility. The other director is myself. I've already introduced myself, so I'll skip that part. And Pushpalata MS is another director. She handles the Kalyan Nagar Center. She is responsible for processes and operations across all the divisions of GarbhaGudi IVF Center. Prior to GarbhaGudi, she was a director at Indus Technologies, a premier institute for designing and distribution of electronic components, high-end electronic components for defense laboratories in South India. She also has extensive experience in the educational domain. Any organization needs to have a certain foundation on which the organization needs to be built. So the primary 4 pillars on which we are building our organization of GarbhaGudi are these. So the first one is honest and ethical practices in all aspects of our life. I'll just give the projector a few minutes to come up. Okay. So the key standpoints on which we are building the organization of GarbhaGudi are honest and ethical practices in all aspects. It could be in the way we deal with our employees, with the other government organizations, with our consultants, with our partners, with our vendors. In all aspects of our day-to-day life, we make a commitment that we'll follow honest and ethical practices. Our priorities are in this order: patients first, then our people and partners. So whenever there's a conflict of interest between our people and patients, we always give a priority to our patients. Association with the best, I already mentioned that it's a very important standpoint for us. We are very keen on working in partnerships with a lot of other organizations and other people, but we are very particular with whom we work. We want to ensure we work with the best, and we want to ensure we work with people where there's philosophical alignment in what we want to achieve. So we are willing to invest a lot of time, effort, money in identifying the right people, the right organizations, and we are also ready to invest time and effort to sustain and retain these relationships. And the last point is corporate social responsibility. So the aim of the organization is, in addition to making profits, we also have another aim, that is to be socially responsible. If you look at our vision, the vision also contains this. So we are very particular about the corporate social responsibility part. I'll go into a little more detail on that in the next slide. Right now, as part of our CSR, we are taking it up in 2 major points. That is subsidized treatment for unaffordable couples. So every month we have a certain set of couples that we identify for whom we provide subsidized treatment. And GarbhaGudi sponsors treatment for quite a few couples where the treatment is moderately and significantly subsidized based on the affordability of the patients. And the second point is we conduct free infertility camps across Bangalore and outside Bangalore in most of the taluk and district headquarters, where we provide free consultations, scans if possible because of the PNDT requirements. We also provide basic screening, semen analysis, etc., and free medicines and counseling for further action. We've been doing this approximately about twice a year. We have conducted close to 10 camps in the last three years. Our key differentiators, we have a pretty strong panel of specialists. As I introduced, Dr. Asha is our medical director. We have Dr. Srinivasan, MS, as our embryologist. We have a team of good fertility specialists, Dr. Ashwini, Dr. Nirmala, Dr. Apurva. All of them are gynecologists with super specialization in fertility, FRMs. We are also growing pretty aggressively. As an organization, we have added 4 branches in the last 2 years, and we are planning to add quite a few more in the coming years. So our growth path is pretty aggressive. Our success rates have been phenomenal. IUI success rates over the last 1 year has been significantly increasing due to a lot of other process changes, improvements, and research that we've been bringing into the way we treat our patients. We also adopt a holistic approach to treatment. Mind, body, soul programs. We counsel patients to take courses on pranayama, yogasana, meditation, acupuncture, etc. In addition to the standard treatment plans that doctors have, we also include holistic treatment programs. We are also continuously involved in research to find out the best ways to do certain things, to identify new ways to solve old problems, etc. So we've been continuously involved in identifying new ways to do things to make sure that we get better results. And we've been able to provide high quality treatment at reasonable cost to our patients. Our presence in Bangalore, the green dots depict the places where we are right now, and the pink ones are the ones where we are currently evaluating feasibility. Those are the places where we are trying to get into. That is Yelahanka, Whitefield, and Jigni are three areas that we are very interested in. We are right now evaluating if there is sufficient potential and feasibility in those areas. In addition to this, we are also looking at certain tier 2 and tier 3 cities outside Bangalore. A snapshot of our centers, Hanuman Nagar Center. This was the first one that was started. It's a full-fledged center. We have been getting pretty good results in IUI and very good results in IVF there. This is a snapshot of our Kalyan Nagar Center. It's a state-of-art IVF center. It was started in 2013 July. The success rates here in IVF have been phenomenal, but IUI results have been moderate. Kengeri and Electronic City are two implant centers. When I say implant, we basically set up a fertility division in an existing hospital in partnership with an existing healthcare provider. We are in the process of upgrading these two centers into full-fledged IVF centers over the next 6 months. Our panel of doctors, as I told you, we have a pretty strong panel of doctors, widespread of fertility specialists, andrologists, strong panel of embryologists, lab surgeons, etc. We very clearly understand that for the aggressive growth that we plan for our organization, the best way forward is to engage in partnerships, to find like-minded people, like-minded organizations, align with them, and identify ways for mutual growth. So there are various working models in which we engage with our partners. I will not get into the details of these working models. Basically, these are the four: symbiosis, associated business partners, extended fertility clinics, and panels of referring doctors. If anybody is interested in aligning with GarbhaGudi, working with GarbhaGudi, do let me know. I can be reached at this number and on this email ID. We can evaluate what models work, and then we can take it forward. So that is a brief of GarbhaGudi IVF Center. Now, a small introduction to GarbhaGnan. GarbhaGnan is an initiative by GarbhaGudi IVF Center. The intention is to educate and spread knowledge on the latest developments, latest enhancements, and new techniques that have come up in the treatment of infertility. We expect this to be a periodic event. We plan to have it twice every year. So every event will have a certain theme on which the event will be based. The theme for this year's event is IUI, improving the outcomes of IUI. That is the theme for this event. We are being supported by Mylan. Mylan has been involved in the conceptualization of this event, planning, and the execution of this. They've walked every step with us in the whole event, for the planning until the execution. The key speakers for today's event, as Mr. Sunil already introduced, will be Dr. Chaitanya Nagori and Dr. Mamta Deendayal. Thank you all. Wishing you most and more. We hope it will be an educative and enriching experience to all of us. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Hari. Thank you very much for that insightful, thought-provoking presentation on GarbhaGudi and GarbhaGnan, and giving us a brief overview of what the centers are all about and what the event is all about. I especially like the tagline that says, your faith, our efforts, and His grace. So Malcolm Gladwell, the author of Blink, bestsellers like Blink and Tipping Point, said, doctors get inspired by the trust that the patients put in them. So after God and parents, I think if a human being were to put unconditional trust, that would be doctors. So big hand for all of you present here. Thank you very much.